So, this is the best that I'm going to be able to do because of when these videos release. There will be a Gaming with Ash next week, it just won't be Monday because there'll be no point in doing analysis of E3 press conferences when some or none have happened, depending when I record the video. So I'm probably going to have a word with Owen over the next day or so in order to shift it around so that the video will get put up possibly Tuesday, Wednesday, hopefully. But yes, it's the point where I have a weekend of panicking, and it's even more so of a weekend this time because apparently everybody wants to do their stuff on Sunday, or at least the ones that people might care about. So basically what this is going to be is, rather than it's basically a rundown of the press conferences. It's not a rundown of what's on the show floor. So I guess it might be worth getting to a point to mention the first one here, because it's sort of the anomaly now. And that's Nintendo. Nintendo's contribution in terms of press conferences will be Treehouse live streams throughout the entire duration of the actual conference itself, which is when most people do not give a crap about the event, because it's, at least they're opening it up to the public this year in some capacity. I will say that's a pleasant thing, but most of it is still just for the journalists and the people on the inside. But the big thing is, E3 have said they aren't going to be there. Going to be having events somewhere else in California, I think, as well as in the UK, covering their stuff next Sunday. Activision say that they aren't going to be there, but of course Call of Duty's probably going to be on the Sony stand because of deals, if you know what I'm saying. Nintendo said they're only bringing Legend of Zelda, which reflects in the streams, you see. Because they first said only Legend of Zelda was going to be there, and all it was going to be about was Legend of Zelda. That's now changed over the time, because a few of the big releases coming to 3DS over the next few months are going to be played on stream during E3 itself, along with a whole day focused on Legend of Zelda stuff. Well, no, actually, it's not even a whole day. There's going to be a part of a day focused on Legend of Zelda, but then the rest of the day, along with the final day of the 3, covering Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is obviously the next generation of Pokemon games. We're stepping the game up, if you know what I mean. Which I don't. But in terms of, Wii U stuff, we ain't really getting anything, in all honesty. Or NX stuff. All we know is Legend of Zelda Wii U is going to be there playable on their stand, and that's it. But along with that, there is no announcements of any other games. So the upcoming Kirby thing, the upcoming Kirby game, which I'm not sure whether it's out yet in America. I have to look at my release date schedule. I think it may be. It may have come out. Let me have a quick look. But yeah, there's Kirby. Kirby comes out this week for 3DS, here and in America. Fair play. So there's nothing about Mario and Sonic at the Rio Olympic Games, which you'd have thought they might want to try and push. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which is the new Fire Emblem game. Again, that's coming out in a couple of weeks. Nothing. Lego Star Wars Force Awakens, but that's multi-platform anyway. Terraria for the Wii U, which has been like 15 years in the making. Mighty Number 9, again, multi-platform. No announcement about the new Paper Mario. that they teased. Just seeing what else is on my list, if anything. Most of them are like platform things, or multi-platform games, so they probably wouldn't count. So yeah, looking at it, there actually isn't much for them to talk about. But the fact is, there's going to be no big games, from what I can tell, for them this holiday season. So why would you want to buy the console? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so that's Nintendo and whatever the hell they're doing. But the main conferences. So it starts at. Let me get my piece of paper with all the times on. EA are going to be having an event, which I believe is starting 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 Eastern, 9 PM UK time. The big thing about this is there's rumored to be some Battlefront DLC news, news on Mass Effect Andromeda, because that's supposed to be dropping within the next 9 months. Titanfall 2, Battlefield 1, probably sports games, and then who knows what else. I don't know whether... I think the guys behind Unravel have signed a deal to make another game with EA. So I don't know what's happening there. But then, of course, you know, there could be a big surprise. Are we going to get any sort of teasers as to the leaked or the canned Star Wars 1313 game actually becoming a reality? But via a different, you know, developer or whatever, you know, who knows? All that sort of stuff could be sprung upon us at any time. And I guess there will be well, no, there won't be any Mirror's Edge stuff because that's actually coming out this week. So it'll probably be something. I don't know. Can't think of off the top of my head. It's probably, you know, most of the obvious stuff I've gone through, the big stuff that they've already said is going to be shown off. So then, I think that's at 9 PM. I'm pretty sure from the times it is. Then IGN are doing a special event in conjunction with 2K, showcasing off Mafia 3. Very world first, you know, live gameplay demo footage at, I think it's 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific, and 1:30 UK time Monday morning. Following that, we've got Bethesda's second one, which I guess is no pressure, considering how last year saw Fallout and the Elder Scrolls trading card game, which I don't even know if that's even come out. If it hasn't, you know, well teased. But if it's been in like beta or whatever, I haven't heard too much about it. So will we hear more about that? Will we find out what Machine Games is working on? Is it a Wolfenstein New Order sequel? Could we be seeing Elder Scrolls 6? Trying to think what other properties they've got. I guess Dishonored. We'll be seeing some more of that, hopefully, because, you know, most people are excited for that because that is coming out towards the end of the year. And who knows what else. They sprung a surprise with the Fallout Shelter thing, which, you know, actually surprisingly wasn't that bad an app game thing. So we'll see. Then this is the one which is like you might want to catch it if you want. Kadokawa are going to be doing an E3 conference, but in Japan. Okay, at 9:30 Pacific, 12:30 in the morning US, and 5:30 in the morning for me. The thing is, I'm sort of wondering why I'm watching it, because everything that they've announced for it has been games that are only coming out in Japan, pretty much for like Vita and 3DS stuff, which are Japanese games. The only tidbit that could be there, the little morsel, which would be like, what if? Rumours have been surfacing that From Software, the guys who did Bloodborne and Dark Souls and Demon Souls and all that, are working on a new IP. That's all we sort of have rumoured. So, are we going to see that? I mean, the fact that they're doing a live E3 press conference with, with the name E3 in it, it'd be a bit of a shame if it didn't. I'm just wondering whether they would announce it there, but then proper footage may get shown in your Sony or your Microsoft events. Speaking of them, we then moved to Monday, 12 hours on, at 9:30 Pacific, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and 5:30 in the evening UK. The big one starts, which is Microsoft. Microsoft are probably going to be showcasing off Gears 4, possibly some more of the new game from Rare, Sea of Thieves, I think it was called, the pirate one, if you remember from last year's conference. Probably there'll be some third-party stuff again, probably EA related, because of their whole Xbox One EA Vault deal thing. Or it'll be multi-platform stuff which will just take the Microsoft stage, possibly. It'll be interesting to see. They teased Halo Wars 2, maybe we'll hear more from that and possibly get a tease of Halo 6. Because I'm guessing it's probably going to be coming in 2017. We might get some details about... trying to think what other games we might have that I'm thinking off the top of my head that are multi-platform that don't come in the other categories. Nothing off the top of my head. That's the thing. If you actually look at Microsoft's first-party sort of stuff, there isn't a huge amount. I mean, technically, Tomb Raider was last year, but obviously it was still Square Enix, so I don't know. I guess Crackdown, we might be getting details on that. It's hard to... If games don't very easily come to mind off the top of my head as the Microsoft first-party thing, so we'll have to see. But I guess the big one will be the rumoured console change, like the Xbox 1.5, whatever we're calling it, the enhanced edition of the Xbox One, the Xbox One Elite. I wouldn't be surprised if they called it that, considering how well it did with Xbox 360. Just keep the name. We don't produce 360s anymore. You might as well just call it an Elite Xbox One. Or Prestige, or some other fancy name. So we got that. Then, so this is the thing. There is a PC conference starting at midday Pacific, 3 Eastern, 8 UK time. Last year it went about a couple of hours. And was sort of mildly received because there was some interesting stuff there and also not. Little tidbits here and there. Trying to think, I guess there could be some details about stuff that's exclusive to Steam, possibly. Again, nothing really rolls off the top of my tongue in terms of what will definitively be there. Don't even know who's hosting it, whether Day 9 is doing it like he did last year. The only thing is, I don't know how long that's going to go, because at 9 PM UK time, 4 Eastern and 1 Pacific, is the Ubisoft press conference with Aisha Tyler, I believe, hosting once again, which is great to hear. And with this, we've had no news about For Honor, which I'm intrigued to see more about. There'll probably be an Assassin's Creed movie thing, because they aren't doing a game, or perhaps they might basically say the name of the game now so it doesn't get leaked in the press and build up the hype for next year, possibly. Hopefully we see more of South Troop Fractured Butthole, because that, you know, everybody was really excited for that last year. And the big one, which sort of got ruined because they sent something out to a YouTuber a few days too early, but now is officially confirmed, Watch Dogs 2 will be getting its reveal at Ubisoft's press conference. Let's hope they don't do what they usually do. I guess also you've got that Ghost Recon game. I can't remember. And then, of course, as per standard, for Ubisoft, one more thing that won't be out for like 2 or 3 years. Because they're stupid like that. Which wouldn't surprise me. And then finally, to round it all off, 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern, 2 o'clock Tuesday morning for the UK, the Sony press conference. Last year, it sort of did a triple header of, within the first 45 minutes or so, showed us Last Guardian and proved that it's real and coming, which we'll hopefully get more details on that and a release date this time around. They dropped Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then they also dropped Shenmue 3's Kickstarter, because they were sort of co-funding it, as it turned out in the end, even though they didn't fully reveal it and whatever. But you know, apart from The Last Guardian, there'll probably be Call of Duty stuff there. Question is, are people really going to give a damn about it? There would be an interesting twist, basically saying if you buy it on PS4, you can actually get Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered as a sole download. It's exclusive to PS4. If that's the case, that could affect a lot of people in terms of what they're buying. Who knows? Because I wouldn't be surprised if Activision did some sort of deal saying, like, it won't be available separately, but, you know, if you buy another console, because we already know that we've got the DLC deal, so, I don't know. I mean, if that happened, Microsoft would be like, God damn it. Horizon, I think it was, the new game from the Infamous guys. That wowed a lot of people last year. You know, the robot sort of dinosaurs thing. That will be there, I'm pretty sure. So I think, will we get some news from Naughty Dog as to Last of Us 2, or whatever else, whatever the next thing that they're working on? And then in terms of, let me have a quick look. Go to the Wikipedia page for E3 2016, which of course means I'll get no results. E3 2016, please. E3 2016. I didn't ask for that. Bloody hell. Apologies, everyone. This is what happens when you don't do planning. Oh, I guess we've got PlayStation VR. That's the other thing that might be getting showcased. I guess you might be having some VR stuff at the PC thing. There are rumours of an Xbox VR thing that isn't the HoloLens thing, which we might hear more about that. Who knows? E3 2016. Just getting the details of what's like confirmed to be there. Oh, I didn't even know this. Okay, breaking news, even to me. Square Enix is doing a Deus Ex Universe pre-E3 press conference on June 8th. That's Wednesday at 8:30 AM Pacific, so that's 11:30 11:30 Eastern, so 4:30 UK. Considering I've got to be out a few hours after that, that's bloody lucky. EA, Bethesda, Kadokawa, Microsoft, PC, Ubisoft, Sony, Nintendo. Okay, so exhibitors. 2K Games is apparently going to have Battleborn there. Why? It's already out. Civilization 6. That'll probably be a PC gaming one, more than likely. Civilization Revolution 2 Plus for the Vita. Mafia 3, as I previously mentioned. Activision only confirming Call of Duty, which should be surprising because I'd thought they'd try to get much more games. Axis, which is a Japanese developer, got a few games there. Persona 5 from Atlus. Well, that'll be a Sony. That'll obviously be on Sony. Codemasters with F1, but I wouldn't have thought that would have been too big. Farming Simulator. Oh yeah. Space Hulk, Deathwing, Techromancer, Styx, Vampire. Some interesting stuff there. WRC 6. Koei Tecmo's Attack on Titan, which is PC and Sony exclusive. Sony console exclusive, as well as PC. Also Neo. Microsoft. Oh, Forza Motorsport. And Halo Wars and Sea of Thieves. Not Gears. Okay. Sorry. I'd have thought that would have been obvious. Nordic Games. Nothing there that springs out of mind. Playtonic Games is going to be out there with Yooka-Laylee. That's obviously the Kickstarter gone brilliantly. Sony's only confirmation so far is Horizon Zero Dawn. Square Enix, wow, they're going to be there in a big way. They're going to have Hitman. Again, it's already out. Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward, it's already out. Final Fantasy 15. Considering that's also on Xbox One, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to sort of showcase it on their event. And then the things that people care about, like Final Fantasy 7, will be on the Sony one. Star Ocean, I think that is coming out towards the end of the month, so you might see a little trail for that somewhere on Sony's conference. And Ubisoft, Ghost Recon Wildlands is what it's called. Oh, I didn't know. And in terms of Deep Silver, I'm trying to think, what have they got? What have Deep Silver going to be showing? What games have they got coming out soon, supposedly? Bloodstained, which isn't really theirs. Saints Row, I mean, there could be an answer for that. We haven't heard anything from Dead Island 2 since that disappeared. Possibly a new Metro, that could be announced, who knows. Microsoft Studios. Trying to think what Microsoft Studios would be. Oh wait, yeah, most of them are being shut down. Well, that's good to know. Sega. I guess they got that Sonic Boom, but nobody's excited for that, are they? Are they? But yeah, Take-Two. I guess the big one there is Red Dead Redemption 2. Is it going to come? Are we all going to get excited? Are they going to just bring a surprise and say, yeah, you haven't heard anything about it, it's coming out in November? Keep in mind as well, we've also had these rumours about GTA Online as to whether that's going to go to somewhere that isn't Los Santos and the San Andreas Valley and all that stuff. Who knows? All I know is that weekend I'm going to be bloody knackered. I'm still going to be appearing at least on the podcasts for the wrestling stuff. Possibly during press conferences. which is rather intriguing. So I'm looking at this. The Bethesda one will not finish in time for the TNA one. The Sony one may finish in time for the Raw one. I don't know. Either way, I will be reporting back next week, saying what was good, what was not good, because it's inevitable that something's going to be absolutely like, why did you show this here? Activision aren't even... Actually, come to think of it, why aren't Activision confirming a Skylanders game? They should be pleased. Their biggest competition, Disney Infinity, went out of business. Well, that's a point. What about LEGO Dimensions? I don't know. I need some ketchup. Ow! Too much ketchup.